What's going on, guys? Loaf Meat bringing you back to the world of Dark Souls. If I remember correctly, last time I told you I'd be taking you guys into the painted world of Ariamis. So that's what I'm gonna do. I want to apologize ahead of time. I am actually feeling a little bit sick. So if I do a little sniffling and coughing, that is exactly why. Haven't been feeling all that fantastic, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this room is completely filled with these guys, but that shouldn't be an issue. The good thing is that our poise is so high that we can just let them come at us. Come at me, bruh. And take a sip. Yeah. Ooh. That's another thing. I still have the gold serpent ring equipped for farming reasons, but not that I'm interested in farming anything that these guys drop. They do drop what is arguably one of the best curved swords in the game. Just because it can be buffed, and it has the highest... For curved swords, it has like the highest attack per swing DPS, I guess. Yeah, right there, the painted. At least I got one. If you remember last time, we cut down the chandelier. We're gonna pick that up. Get out of there. Ooh, there's a bunch of these buttholes. Just gotta show them who's boss. It's always so satisfying pancaking these guys. And of course, a good old backstab for good measure. The good old backstab. Tons of throwing knives. I don't think I'm ever gonna use them for anything, but I guess it's still cool to have. Fun fact, this corpse right here has Tarkus's black iron set. I might upgrade the iron black shield just so I can do some tanky things later. I'm not interested in doing anything too tanky right now. Anyway, look at what we got here. We can interact or examine, but this trick won't work unless you have this item, the Strange Stall, which we picked up, if you recall, back in the Undead Asylum when we came back and revisited. So you need this item, and if you do, you'll get sucked into the painted world of Ariamis. Ah, yeah. I do have a drink with me. My voice will crack if I let my mouth get too dry. I'm going to try to do this entire area in one go. And I'm not going to show you every last bit, every last side, but I will show you a lot of what's going on in here. I know how to speedrun this pretty quick. One thing you'll notice is I have the combustion pyromancy equipped again. This is because there's an enemy in this area that can toxin. And if you remember me talking about toxin, it's the nastiest shit in the whole world. So the best way to avoid getting toxined by these enemies is to burn them to death, because if you burn them to death, you can actually avoid getting toxined because the fire burns up the toxin. Like, that was an intentional design choice. And I'll show you in a bit whenever I find one of the enemies. We need to come this way for now. Oh, this guy's got a bow. There's a guy behind me. Alright, doing good. Not doing bad. Around this... There. See that thing with the big bloated head? We're gonna set these guys on fire. They also have their own fire attacks. And you see that I didn't get toxin there. And I'll show you the difference right now. I'll try to kill this guy. That blood that sprays, that's toxin, but I was actually lucky to be far enough away from it. I'm gonna try to get myself toxined real quick. This guy's not gonna toxin me. After I talk about ways to prevent toxin, I'm just like, bam, I just want to get toxin. Jesus. Alright, these guys will toxin me. There we go. See, I kill him and he toxins me. Whoop. There we go. So, something behind me? Jesus. Oops, need to get out of the menu. That'd help. Bunch of these guys, Jesus. Alright. Whoop. Getting a drop on me. Luckily I still have some bloomin' purple moss to help me out. There's actually a lot of really neat items in this area. There's two items in general that, if you're going to be kind of a completionist or somebody who wants to get as much as the cool stuff as possible, one is the red soapstone, which allows you to get summoned to another player's world as a phantom, or as an invading phantom. Like, you can be invited for duels that way. So that's kind of neat. The other item... wonder why I wasn't toxined. The other item being the Occult Ember, which allows you to upgrade weapons using the occult upgrade path, which is super effective against gods. And there's actually some lore behind that. Oop, he's gonna do a grab attack. Oh, and he got me. This might kill me. Yep. Totally brutal stuff. Don't worry, I got it next time. Anyway, the occult weaponry is kind of known for being... how would I say that? Velka. Because Velka, as we know it, you know, she's a god, but she's also the goddess of sin. Like, she... Not that she commits sin, but she's kind of the god that punishes sin. And we know that she also... we want to reverse hollow. Oh, I need to go get my souls. That she also has this power over the gods, and that is the occult. So by upgrading a weapon through the occult path, we'll do more damage to... let me think. The Four Kings, I believe. Manus in the DLC. Gwen and Nito. And I think that's it. Like, that, it's almost not worth it. Because you're only going to be doing the special add-on damage to so few. The only benefit of occult weapons over, say, a normal faith or a divine weapon is that occult weapons have better scaling with faith. So, to give you an example, if I have a weapon, a divine weapon, it might scale, I don't know, C in faith. But if I had it in occult, it might scale B or even A in some cases. It's just something to think about if you're ever going to do that sort of thing. I'm usually, like I said, I'm usually not into doing divine or elemental upgrade paths. I just don't think it's worth it. Almost ever. This guy's punching me. Get real. Still using the Zweihander. It's going to carry me through this area. There is a quick way through to get through this area. And I'm going to show you that quick way instead of anything else in this area. I know I mentioned earlier that I'd be using this playthrough as showing you some really neat things. I'm going to show you this one neat thing, and then I'm going to let you guys explore this area on your own. Because it really does take your own level of exploration to get the full feel. But we're going to wake up this undead dragon, and we're going to get the hell out of here. We're gonna kill it, but he's a really easy kill. We just got to bait his attacks. He'll breathe some toxic mist over here, and it gives me a chance to run and smack him in the face. And then he's breathes in the center, since that's where I was last. Oh. Doing it again, that gives me a chance to attack his claw. And of course, you know, I'm gonna keep doing this ad infinitum until he's dead. And see, he's doing the side again. You can kind of see his health bar here and there getting chipped away. Trying to get his claw before he does his attack again. There, we got it. Oh, he's doing down the center. We're getting super lucky with this one. Already half dead. Of course, I still haven't really upgraded my health at all, so I still gotta be super careful about how many times I can get hit. Oh, right there, I got a little bit of toxin. Not enough to actually cause the effect. The really nasty thing about this area of the game is that it has the most enemies that can cause toxin. And it's also the first time you get introduced to the skeleton wheels, or also known as the bone wheels. They're a real nasty enemy. I'm not going to be encountering them in this area of the game. I don't want to. I know how to avoid them. I don't have to. So I'm not going to. But they are in a later part of the game and almost unavoidable at that point, so you guys will get to see them. Just not today. The blood shield is actually a really great shield, and only for the fact that it increases all of your resistances. So I might upgrade that and equip it for the next episode, not this one. I'm still going to be rocking this. Alright, one thing I want to point out, this here is the ass end of the undead dragon. You know, he left it behind whenever he was attacking me. And normally, this is blocking off areas of the game ahead. There's a little, I don't want to say glitch, but there's kind of a weird thing that happens. We're going to do a jump attack, so watch what happens. He stands up, and when he does that, we're able to walk through the legs. It's one of those things that it's almost too deliberate to not have been intentional. So the common theory is that they added this as a shortcut that you could just figure out. And this is a shortcut to the boss. Actually, the boss gate is directly in front of us. So let's drop down. Some undead archer behind us. And I honestly think, since we didn't open up the gate that's on the other end of this bridge, like the actual normal way to go through this area is to open this gate at the end of the bridge, and you have to do that by adventuring around and finding the contraption that does that. Oh, This guy spawned. I was about to say that I don't think this guy spawns unless you open the gate, because I didn't see him when I dropped down, but it must be a positional thing. Like I walked across the threshold that makes him spawn. This is why Hander doing amazing work with this guy. Easy peasy. Too easy. So yeah, to fight the boss, or to show you one other thing. I am going to show you this one other thing, if I can do it. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's so swag. Oh, man. First time, I think the first time I've ever killed 5 enemies in the same swing. Amazing. Yeah, I can't open it from this side. So you guys will have to figure it out. But to kind of give you a spoiler / hint, there is an invading NPC on the other side of that door if you were to come this way the normal way. So as long as you're human, you can be invaded by an invading NPC. I should really do it the right way. Nah, whatever. I'm gonna... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. This is actually one of those things, or one of those times, it's good to use the throwing knives. And this was a tip that I learned just from watching random YouTube videos of this boss fight. So I'm going to show you a good use for throwing knives in this boss fight. First things first, this is Priscilla. She is non-aggressive. You can actually talk to her. But before we talk to her, I want to show you a couple things about her. She's known as Priscilla the Crossbreed. She is a cross between a dragon and, we assume, a lord. So my best guess is that she is the pretty much bastard child of Seath and Guinevere, or the other theory is that Seath was doing these experimentations and then did something with Guinevere's genes or whatever, and then boom, Priscilla. We know that she is half dragon from a couple things. One, I mean, obviously she has a tail. Two, you can actually cut off her tail for an item, and it's a dragon item. And then there's some things in her item descriptions. So, without further ado, let's see what she has to say.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not. Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong.
That's kind of an inside joke for Dark Souls players. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind. That's a funny thing of saying, like, after all the hell that we've been through, all the toxic and all the bone wheels and all the bullshit, it's like a big fuck you. It's like, listen here, bitch. This area is not kind. Because I got here so quickly, we're gonna do what she says. We're gonna plunge ourselves off this ledge, and then this will return us to Anor Londo. She's a completely optional boss. In fact, you can not only not fight her, but if you're playing this for your first time, you might not even want to fight her, or there's no hint that tells you should fight her, that she is a boss. She just seems like an NPC that's trapped behind the fog gate. And then I get a homeward bone. But we're gonna go back in. I'll skip this. So that's kind of neat. I mean, a quick little skip to the loo through there. We're going to see if we can level up some. Ooh. Only 2 more levels. I'm alright with that. I'm all about that. Oh, right there's a summon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm always a little surprised to see the people playing Dark Souls and then still doing multiplayer and stuff. Not that I don't think that people play Dark Souls, but I don't see summons when I play usually. It's just not one of those things. Like, I don't, I think I might have said this in an earlier episode, but I play Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 completely differently. I play Dark Souls 2 for multiplayer. Like, strictly, like, I'm either in that game trying to get the coolest weapons, to do the coolest stuff, so I can show off cool techniques and arenas. Like, I'm building characters to be maxed out, min-maxed for the best results, so that I can PvP. In Dark Souls 1, I could, for the most part, care less for PvP. I still invade here and there. Usually I'm not doing it this time because this build is not specialized enough to PvP properly. I could still probably win and do pretty good because the Artorias greatsword is pretty ballin'. But I don't know, it's just not this time, man. Not this time. Alright, we could drop down here. This item is kind of like luring you to that area, but you actually can't drop down there. Unless you do some really swaggy jump. So we're gonna go around. Whoop. That was close. I'm gonna start using fire after this. I mean, you guys seen me get toxin a couple times and I'm running out of moss. But that kind of gives you an idea of the bullshit this area provides. Instead of going up, we're going to go down. That's the gate that opens, and that will proceed into Priscilla's area. This is a different part. In fact, this is what we're using this for right now as a shortcut. If you play Demon Souls, these guys will look familiar. This is actually kind of a reused boss. Or at least in Demon Souls, this was kind of the first boss of the game. Oop. FPS drop, kicked me offline. Whoops, I uploaded the wrong file. That's alright, that gives me some time to explain what's going on. Anyway, so that was, all those little guys were the first boss of Demon Souls, which was, Dark Souls being the spiritual successor to that game. Not an actual sequel, but you get what I'm saying. These guys are actually a fantastic way to farm souls. A couple runs into here, and yeah, I mean, you got a level. So as you can see, like, I'm almost to my next level. I might actually use this to level up before I fight Ornstein and Smell. This opens up a shortcut back to the bonfire, so we're gonna do that first. And I know I should play offline so I can avoid getting kicked from offline sessions. I'll look into that for the future, but really I just play online because I'm too lazy to fix my settings. Anyway, we want to kill these guys as fast as possible because this is where the NPC will be invading us. We should be getting the sign soon. A little notice. We'll pick up some of these items while we wait. Use them up. There we go. Dark Spirit Jeremiah. One of the biggest reasons why I want to fight this guy on this playthrough isn't because of the sheer necessity of it, but kind of the armor set that King Jeremiah drops is really cool and really funny looking, and I might wear some of the pieces just because it's just that cool. Now, King Jeremiah here is using Chaos Pyromancies. So if you saw some of that lingering fire, like whenever he cast a spell it stuck to stuff, that's a sign of Chaos Pyromancy. We get the Notched Whip, which is a terrible weapon. Over here, Pyromancy Acid Surge, which decreases or degrades weapons. It's tied into weapon degradation. Pronunciation. And as you can see, like, that allowed us to get our level to where we need. So congratulations, guys, we made it. We made it! We can now wield the sword. So that will be coming up, hopefully in the next episode. I am so excited. So now that is done, I'm gonna really start putting points into endurance because we need it. Let's repair. I'm sure we need some repairs going on up in this biz. I'm so happy. Alright, let's go fight us a Priscilla. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to use the shortcut because I'm not dealing with the bone skeletons to unlock the correct pathway. Just a big waste of time if I know a better way. And I want you guys to explore this area on your own. Because I showed you how to get here. I think that is the important part. If you don't know how to get here, now you do, but the rest is up to you. Discover its secrets. Please, please take a look. Alright, this will lead us up to where the undead dragon was. Of course, I can do the jump attack to scoot his boot. Alright. I forget where I died. Oh yeah. I do want to pick up my souls. Man, I completely forgot about that. I think it was up here. That's right, because that crow bitch jumped me. I get some humanity back. I mean, that's important to me too, humanity. Ooh. We're gonna run away from crow bitch. Kind of funny seeing the back half of the dragon just standing up. That's funny. Oh man. So just to let you guys know, I am... Oh man, that scared the shit out of me. This knight just popping out of nowhere. We're going. Like, God damn. We need to get the hell out of here. To let you guys know, I'm going to be uploading as much as I can before Fallout 4 comes out. but I am just excited.
Thou must return it when...
Alright, she says the same garbage. Alright. We're gonna try to cut off her tail. So to start, I'm gonna attack your butt.
I expected as much from you.
She goes invisible.
Hurry toward thy
This is
death.
where knives are gonna come in handy. Oop! Ooh, she got me. Okay. So I'm trying to throw the knives to stick into her to kind of give me a sign of where she's at. Another tip while fighting her, she leaves footprints in the snow, so I know that she's right there. The reason why... Ooh, blood loss. That's some crazy shit right there. One reason why you might want to consider throwing knives into her instead of just following the footsteps. Damn it. Is that the knives will help you find out where her backside is, so that you can get the tail cut. Oh, yeah, right there's the footprints. Jesus, she's getting close. Nope. She's right there. Nope. Right now. As you can see, it's got crazy bleed buildup. Her weapon. So, we do gotta... I'm gonna start being careful. I'm not doing a very good job at... Oh, she's right here. Kind of running into her. Aha! Ah. I thought I was being smart and sneaky. Whoop. I don't know where she's at, but it's time to GTFO. Bleeding out, the way that bleed works in this game is... There she is. It just... Whenever your bleed counter builds up, it's just... You get... I think half of your health completely goes away at once. So we got our tail, so the rest should be easy peasy. She's not a hard boss. I mean, you've seen kind of how easily I can fly through her, so it's really no big deal. NBG, no big deal. NBD, fancy G. I'm just fucking stupid. Anyway, guys. That was the enemy boss area. We're gonna plunge ourselves down from the plank again. Same cutscene. And now we're back here. Ooh! Right from the start we're being ambushed. I'm gonna end things here as soon as I kill these guys. I'll give you guys some updates, let you know what's going on in my life. You should be able to expect 1 or 2 videos before Fallout 4. One announcement I should make is that... Oh, gosh damn it. Is that... I will be making Fallout 4 videos. Probably... The first one I'm gonna do is a reaction. Kind of like what I'm gonna do once, like, some quick things I notice. You know, bloody frickin' da. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You know what, now that I'm here, I'm gonna farm, but not on camera. Anyway, I'm gonna do some Fallout 4 stuff. I should have a couple more videos up for Dark Souls before then. I'll try to get them up here and there as time goes on anyway. I'll have time. Anyway, you guys keep it real. If you liked what you've seen, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you want to see, tell me what you've liked, and I'll see you guys in the future. Say what's up!